Hey everybody, I'm a couple minutes late today, but nonetheless, I wanted to follow up with everybody. I hope that you've had a great week. I have some very, yes, more exciting as well as progressive and interesting announcements for you today. So in case you didn't get a chance to join us on Tuesday, I hosted the very first DCM webinar, okay? I'm really happy with the turnout that I had, as well as a few people who reached out to me afterwards. Feedback has been awesome. A lot of great tips for event planners, specifically on how to grow your businesses without losing your mind or sacrificing your life in the process, right? Which is kind of the principles that DCM is built on to begin with. So there are going to be more opportunities to join webinars in the future, and I'm also working one specifically for all of my wonderful event vendor friends, near and far, who are looking to not only just grow your business, but really scale it. So whether you've been in business for a year or even in business for 5 years, if you really want to hit that next revenue target, we're going to walk through the same process. You're just going to apply it to who your new audience is, okay? Next thing, if you got to see, I have officially been published in IABC, their Communication World newsletter, as well as the website. So for those who aren't familiar, IABC is the International Association of Business Communicators. And I first got involved with this group about a year ago, and they were having the World Conference, which is the biggest event every year, in June in New Orleans. And so naturally, I was not going to pass up an opportunity to attend an event in New Orleans and get to see my family. So I went. I then had them reach out to me again this year about working with them as a partner, doing some of the marketing as well as promotions for the event and press. So part of that deal, I also was asked to write a story, and I will post that on the DCM Communications page. I did share it on Instagram this week, and it's going to be in the weekly recap. Okay, so if you missed it and you're looking for ways to refine your audience and make sure that you have the really best digital presence and reputation online, so it's all about brand reputation and digital streamlining your digital presence, okay, and what that means across social media, your website, then make sure you sign up for the weekly recap, which is the pinned post right below here on the DCM page, okay, because it's going to have that insight, and it's something that can really be applied to any brand. So it's not just event companies this time, but anybody who wants to make sure that they have the absolute best brand reputation and that they keep that consistent no matter if you have 5 employees or you have 500 employees. Other big news this week, Instagram updated again. Yay. I know some of you are very excited about that prospect because it just constantly keeps you on your toes, right? Well, you don't have to worry about staying up to date in that information because I'm always going to bring it to you. And what they did this time, which is something that I have been hoping and wishing and praying would happen, is that there's a couple of updates that were made to the Instagram Stories feature, okay? Number one, it's fun, but not really effective for business, and that is Instagram has finally ripped off the final element of Snapchat that differentiated the two platforms, and you can do those really funny, goofy faces now. So if you want to have fun, entertain some kids, go for it. Keep it off your business pages, okay? Yes, I know they're fun. Yes, I want you to engage people and be authentic and show who you are, even if it's your company page. However, making yourself into a panda with really funny voices is not gonna really capitalize on that, and it might actually hurt your brand reputation a little more than help it. So leave that to when you need to entertain kids. Keep it on the private pages, but it's there. The more exciting update from Instagram is that now you can link hashtags in the Instagram story. Okay, so a couple of months ago they updated and you could actually tag an account and have it go from the Instagram story that if you tapped on it, it would then take you to that profiles page. The exact same thing can now happen with hashtags. What does this mean? Particularly for event planners and event vendors, what this means is that anybody who is trying to promote an event and created a specific hashtag for it, whether it's your wedding, I had a friend who asked me to create some wedding hashtag options for this week, or it is a bigger event, it's a conference, it's an overall brand mentality, then you can actually put that directly into your Instagram story so that when someone sees it, they can click on it and it takes them to a larger pool of everything within that hashtag. The benefit, of course, here being is that this way you can connect each one of your events, both in live real time with the story, as well as showing people what you've done in the past and everything else that helps just really amplify that brand message a little bit more. Next up is Tuesday. I am going to be speaking at The Bottom Line. So you should check them out on Instagram. Okay, The Bottom Line. It is an event that is specifically for small businesses here in Washington, D.C. that are over on the Rhode Island Main Street. And I'm going to be talking to them about how to master their social media for small businesses in particular. I know that I usually work a lot with event planners, but I really want to take a chance to help other companies whenever I can and really kind of expand the knowledge there so that all small businesses, including my own, right? Like, you have to, rising tides raise all boats, and you've really got to just kind of give it out there and make sure that other people find what it is that they're looking for, because in the end, it really does benefit us all, not just as small businesses, but also in the city that you're in and then the economy overall. So, just doing my little part, teeny tiny little part with social media, but nonetheless, I'm excited to share that with them. Turned in my presentation this week. In addition to that, there have also been a couple of other announcements in the past 24 hours. Yesterday seemed to be the day for email marketing. That included my face, which was a lot bigger than I anticipated it would be in these emails. But I am officially a speaker for the Signature CEO Conference, which is for wedding planners and professionals. It's going to be in November in Woodbridge, Virginia. A very good friend of mine, Tara Melvin of Perfect Planning Events, asked me to be involved and to come and talk about branding and PR and when is it that you need to rebrand and how does that actually affect your company overall from a PR perspective, as well as how does that connect back to your bottom line. So I'm really looking forward to doing that and focusing on the marketing business strategy that goes behind rebrands. As you've noticed from any one of the social channels that you could possibly be following, whether it's me personally or it is DCM, there's been a lot of rebrands in my recent history. And it's something that I really love working on, but I also want to make sure that as my clients go to update their branding and their image, they don't lose any of that brand equity that got them the customers they have to begin with. So I'm really excited to showcase that and help other event planners and wedding planners in particular really refine their businesses and look at those strategies. The other email that went out yesterday, in addition to promoting my new launch personally for the Lawyers Have Heart event, which is coming up in June here in DC. It is a 10K, 5K, and 1K walk race event that benefits the American Heart Association. So overall, I don't promote one event over another. However, the American Heart Association is the CSR beneficiary of DCM Communications. I believe every company should have a singular entity or multiple programs where they really give back to their community. And when it comes to nonprofits, the American Heart Association is very close to me personally, and I'll be sharing a reason why as well in the weekly recap. Okay, so I really hope that you pay attention to that. But it was nice because when they went to send out an email promoting the event, they have this very good marketing campaign that's called Tell Us Your Why, okay? Life is why. My activities are why. So everybody can kind of fill in, why is it that you try to be heart healthy? So if you look up the hashtag Life is Why, you will see a lot of posts that tie back to that. Again, the event is Lawyers Have Heart, and this will be the 5th year that I am participating. So I am very much looking forward to it. Yes, I do still run this race every year, even though it is in June in DC. So it kind of feels like you're breathing through a wet blanket, but nonetheless, it is for a really good cause. And my own personal hashtag that has come out for this is because I can. I may not be the fastest, I may not be the best, but I think there's a lot of things when it comes to your health that if you can do it, why not? So give it a shot. And they sent out an email to promote the race that actually promoted me because I am a reason why for some people, because I am a heart disease survivor, and that is something that I have done multiple public speaking engagements about, and I am always happy to share my story so that it creates a little bit more awareness for other people, as well as showcasing that no matter what stage of your life you're at the stage of your health, you really can do better. And as long as you're aware of what those risks are, one step is all it takes. One step in the right direction really does make a difference. So even if you are in DC, if you can only come to the walk, or you want to be there at the finish line sipping coffee and passing out water, that would definitely be appreciated. I think that about covers it for this week. Obviously, we're getting ready to go into Memorial Day soon, so there'll be more events coming out of that. But stay tuned. I hope that everybody has a really wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next week.